In today's video, I'm going to be doing some homeschool prep work for our Sonlight History Bible Literature program. We're going to be doing level G this coming school year. So if you're interested in seeing what's in our history curriculum, go ahead and click this video up here. Today I need to work on cutting out the timeline figures. These are to go in our timeline book, and so I like to have them pre-cut and ready to go so that when we get to that week of lessons, I can just pull them out and they're ready to go for my daughter. If you're new here, hi, my name is Geraldine. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, and I share here all about homeschool related content. So don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I will have a 7th grade daughter, a kindergarten son, and a preschool daughter this coming school year, so I will be pretty busy and need to get some things done ahead of time. So the timeline figures for level G, World History, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 sheets. I already cut this one apart. So I just like to cut these apart and keep them in order on which sheet because they do go chronologically, and then they'll be ready for next year. I really love these timeline figures because they are printed on sticker paper. These come with the Sonlight History Bible Literature programs, and they are very helpful. The one year that I did not cut these out ahead of time, I had a really hard time actually getting them done. So for the last couple of years, I've been making sure to cut them out ahead of time so that they're all ready to go and labeled so that I can find them quickly and easily. I like to trim off the excess white space because then when you put it into the timeline book, more things can fit together if you kind of just pay attention to cutting the correct width. You definitely don't have to do that, but that's what I do. So this is my big Sonlight binder. It is where you will find all of the weekly schedules along with all of the discussion notes for all of the history books, the Bible resources, the read alouds, and the readers. But at the very back, there is a timeline figures list that shows you kind of where everything is supposed to go. It can be a little bit confusing to figure out which week each of these timeline figures go on. There's a timeline figure schedule, but it tells you the chapter of the books that they go with. They're not necessarily in order by the week, which Sonlight, if you're listening, this would be really helpful to put it in order based on what week they fall on so that they can be organized a little bit differently. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of go through the list here and make sure that I know which week it is in the actual instructor's guide. And so as I cut them out, hopefully in order, then I can just have them all arranged for when we actually use them in sequential order. You'll have to let me know down below in the comments. Are you somebody that prepares these types of things in advance, or do you prefer to just get them ready week by week as you go? Let me know down below in the comments. So here in the instructor's manual, you're just looking for this little icon here and the name. And so you just have to go through all the pages of that week to see which timeline figures need to go with that week. And then these little globes are the map work, and you use the, what do they call these? The foldable map, I think. So you just use this. It's a laminated series of maps. So there's 5 here. and it'll tell you which ones that you need to use on which day. I like to keep this in my working binder so that I can just pull it out and we do the mapping once for the week. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Okay, so I got all of the timeline figures all cut out. It took me about an hour and 5 minutes or so, with a couple of interruptions. Also, I was listening to something, so that might have distracted me a little bit. But now I just have a few of these last couple read aloud and readers to do because there are a few from those books. So I thought I would share this little kind of quick tip with you for figuring out what week they go on. There's a little list here of what timeline figure goes with which book. And so then you can just use the book list because the book list always shows you exactly what week each of the readers and read alouds and history books, which week that starts in. So I figured I would go ahead and do it that way because then it goes a little faster than flipping through the entire section of read alouds. So here we go. Some of them are really skinny. That's okay. That's weird. I think I might be missing one. Either that or I already... Oh no, that's not a timeline figure. That's just a timeline suggestion. So that is one thing to note, is that when you see the little heads for the timeline figures, that's when there's one provided for you. But then there's also these little clocks, and those are timeline points that you can put in your timeline book, but they don't have an actual sticker for it. So you might just write it in if you want or something like that. So not all of these actually have a timeline figure. As I go through all of these timeline figures and kind of remember some of the stories from when we did levels B and C, which was world history, but for younger kids, it kind of refreshed my memory, and I got really excited about doing Sonlight G for next year. Okay, so now I'm officially finished with getting them all cut out. Now I made some little envelopes with the quarter weeks. So I always split this up into quarters just to make less in each envelope. So now I'm just going to get all of weeks 1 through 9, and then we'll do the next set. So there's about, maybe 20 or 25 of these little cards for just the first 9 weeks. So I'm just going to put these in here. Oh, oops, number 7. Okay, so now these are all ready. So these are something that I'm going to keep in my big binder. In the large Sonlight binders, there's a little plastic pocket at the very back, and that just helps to store these. And so that's probably where I'm going to keep those. I like to use a mom binder or a working binder to store only about 9 weeks of material at a time. So if you would like to see a video all about how I organize that, I will link a video up here for you to see how I do that. Okay, so now I have all of the quarters ready to go. And that took about an hour to do. I'm going to call that quits for today because we have a t-ball game to head to, and then I will hopefully work a little bit more on this tomorrow and do the book labels, because I want to get all the books labeled, and then I need to move some things around on the shelf to kind of get things where I want them to be for next year. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or comments about anything I shared, please leave them down below so I can answer those for you. But I thought I would show you the pocket here at the back of the Sonlight binder. This is where I'm going to keep the envelopes organized so that I don't lose them. I still have a few more things to do for our Sonlight preparation, so make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss when I post a new video. As you can see here, I still need to label my books and organize my shelves. I also remembered that in the binder, I still need to organize the weekly tabs in there. So stay tuned for a future video. I hope you guys all have a really great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.